Okay, so what feedback have people got for Zarna?
I really like the idea of how you're going to set it out, how you're just going to have like a performance from her but also the storyline behind. But I think if you don't do too much of a performance for her, because a lot of videos are just mainly performance, make the storyline stick out sort of thing.
And are you going to use her, you know, like in the magazine, not in the magazine, in the girl you said you were going to use for the story, is it going to be her or is it going to be like
in the video it's going to be her through the whole thing, like the DVD cover, the magazine and in the music video as well.
And so she'll be in the narrative and the performance part of the video. Okay. I think I like the idea of the having kind of her on her own singing and then the kind of spotlit with a band, like a jazz club type, smoky atmosphere type thing, which I think was what you're going for. I'm not sure about the whole flashback past relationship things. I think that it's maybe been done a little bit before. So I'm wondering if there's a different way that you could do that, or not even try and suggest that sense of narrative. You know, it doesn't have to be about a past. I know it's about love, the song, but could it be about the love of a parent, or do you see what I mean? Could you do something a little bit more interesting than just go, oh look, this is us having fun on adventure or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Could you do something where you develop that idea a little bit more? Because I think you've got a really clear image. From what you've said, you've given me a really clear image in my mind about what you think the two performance things will look like and what the artist will look like. But the bit about the relationships, I think you could do something more interesting with that. Okay. Whereabouts are you thinking you might film bits of it then? So you've said the performance here and in the drama or in the school hall.
Yeah.
What about the relationship bits?
That's maybe in like a park or a home somewhere.
I like how you connected it to like Amy Winehouse, like her songs to have them in the house, and it's her and her boyfriend.
And the way you're going to like do her eyeliner and stuff like that, little things like that, how they're going to relate.
So like the location, like Amy Winehouse kind of location in the house, and really nice.
Yeah, and I think you might want to look at going and filming kind of around Liverpool Street and stuff like that, because that's got that kind of vibe, that 1950s, you know, rockabilly type thing. You could go and film around there, especially like obviously on a Sunday when the market's on, it's really busy, but on a Saturday it's actually quite empty down there, and you could get some quite interesting stuff. And also there's a fish and chip shop there. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's opposite All Saints. There's a fish and chip shop, and they're all dressed as in 1950 things. So they're like how Gemma's got a headscarf thing on. They all are like that, and they've all got the eyeliner and all that. Like that would be. I don't know whether they'd let you film inside it, but that would be quite cool to film something outside of there. Do you know what I mean? So that might be a good potential location to go and scout, because it's quite easy to get to as well, isn't it? Like Brick Lane and all that lot. So that might be a nice idea. Zach, you've not said anything yet.
I liked the album cover idea, and I like the way she spoke about costume being like.
Are you not going to try and relate to the male audience at all?
Well, because of like the lyrics, what she's saying is sort of like heartbreak, like she's heartbroken and she sort of wants him back and that. So I don't really think it would sort of suit the male audience.
I quite like it how it's for like Amy Winehouse. I know I keep connecting it, but I think it's really similar. I quite like it.
Yeah, I think you. Also, what might be quite nice is to have some sort of. Is actually have the person whoever's going to play the character playing the guitar, because that's that singer-songwriter thing. I imagine she's the girl whose music you've got sounds like she might be a singer-songwriter. So it might be quite nice to have them or writing the lyrics or some sort of, rather than being like a manufactured Saturdays type act, to have it more like your Amy Winehouse or Lily Allen or someone like that. Just a little bit about the magazine. You're not being asked to do like an actual magazine. All you have to do is the advert that would go in a magazine for the DVD cover.
I like how you said you was going to link, like how you was going to make the DVD and the magazine kind of link in with the video as well.
Exactly, and also you've got to think about what magazine you'd have it in. So you know from thinking about that, you've got some ideas of a sort of girls' magazine.
Now you said that, I was just thinking, if you wanted to go with like the Amy Winehouse route, you said the costume would be a lot like Nicki Minaj, didn't you? With bright colours.
Like,
I think you need to decide which one she is, because I couldn't imagine them two.
Yeah.
because I was thinking like
well.
the colours will represent her personality being bubbly, as in like that's why the bright colours.
Oh, okay.
Amy Winehouse.
It's a bit more muted.
Amy Winehouse was more.
Well, I know
Not bright.
We don't have to,
You don't want a
like,
copy of
like,
it, do you? It's
like-
got to be separate, hasn't it? Yeah. But you're going for, really what you're saying is you're going for a kind of 1950s Desperate Housewives, Mad Men look, but dishevelled and modern.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Mammal, you've not said much in this.
With the concept is very good, but like I said, I think it needs to be a bit different because, you know, like these days you have all them videos, it's all about boyfriend, girlfriend. I think it needs to be something else, like Mr. like parents or maybe granddad, that, I don't know, somehow related.
I think it'd be good if you related it to a family member because people wouldn't think right away that it would be, like people would think right away that it would be about a boyfriend or something like that.
Yeah, I think it'd have more watchability in the long run, wouldn't it? Because as it unfolds, because obviously the audience might start thinking that's what it is, and then they understand it's something different, and then it's got more poignancy. Because basically, if it's about someone who's died, then you can never have that thing back. You can never have that love again. You know what I mean? Whereas with a boy or a girl or whatever, you obviously could meet someone else. So I just think that might be a different spin, really. But it's entirely up to you what you do. Who would you get to be in it? Because it's obviously a very specific look that you're after.
Yeah. I don't know, I haven't thought about that yet.
Because that's something you'd have to nail down quite quickly, isn't it? Because also, you know, if you think about what we were doing before summer, she has got her voice has very much an image that you think of, you know, we talked about that.
Yeah.
So therefore, like, I couldn't imagine really anyone in here doing it, for example. I don't think we would believe it, so you're going to have to maybe do some auditions for that.
Yeah.
But it might be a good idea to put some things up if you were going to go with this idea for some year 12s or something, drama people. Any other things we want to say? No, lovely, thank you very much.